Yeah, I am. We're gonna keep letting this play. He said that's on my mama. Gotta let more people come in here, man. It's been a minute. And we gonna let this play until everybody get in here. Shout out to y'all when y'all get in here. Got a couple people already. We gotta let a couple people more. Couple more people get in here. We gonna let this play until a couple more people get in here. Shout out to y'all. It's been a minute. We're gonna let this play until everybody come in. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Hey, keep in mind, this is a surprise, not even a surprise live. We haven't been live since October of last year. So this is just something, real quick, man. It's a lot going on. The live look different. Everything look different. It's crazy. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. We gotta talk about it for sure. It's a lot going on. First of all, it's a beautiful day outside. I was supposed to go live last night. I was gonna do a little surprise live last night, but got caught up. A lot going on. We never go live at these hours, but let's see what's going on. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. We gotta let this play until enough people get in here. Let this play real quick. There we go. On my mama, he said, you heard? Rest in peace to his mother, too. How many people know what his mother said before she passed away? Right? Who could tell us what his mother said before she passed away? All right. Anyway, like I said, let a couple more people get in here. It's a surprise live. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. We're going to let this play until people get in. Let a couple people get in here, y'all. Surprise live. What are the comments? Where y'all from? How can I don't even know how to do this no more. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to see how I can see the comments and everything. Butterfly Free Me, appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to Maryland. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Like I said, we usually go live. North Carolina, what's up? We usually go live at night, anywhere between 12 or 1 in the morning. But I figured we do a surprise live. I was supposed to go live last night. Like I said, for the people that's just coming in, we were supposed to go live last night. I don't know what in the world happened. A whole bunch of stuff. It's getting nice outside. Y'all know how that go, man. You heard what he say he'll die. Yo, listen, for the people that just got in here, right? Because he put it on his mother. What did his mother say before she passed away? Right? Because for y'all that don't know, his mother, his own mother and his brother wasn't invited to his wedding. And then what did she say, right? Before she passed away about her own son. What is his brother saying? Because everybody talking about Gucci snitching, but then again, is that really Gucci? See, we're going to get into it. Shout out to y'all for pulling up. If you're an OG member of the live, you already know what we used to say about Gucci between him, Kodak Black, and all of them. So like I said, we're going to keep letting this play until a couple people get in. Shout out to y'all. Continue letting us know where y'all from, though. Shout out North Carolina. Shout out Maryland. Let's go, y'all. Pooh, what up? Appreciate you for pulling up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, clown down not the word. But see, I don't want to get too much into it already because, like I said, we're gonna let a couple more people pull up. But y'all gotta remember, right? For one, is like this is Gucci we know, right? This the Gucci we know. Now I know people gonna say, "Oh, conspiracy theory." This we're gonna get into all that, but this is the Gucci we know. Hold on, let's also get into the other Gucci we know. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. This is the Gucci we know, y'all. Hold on. As y'all pull up, let us know where y'all from. Look, this is the Gucci man we know. I can't say nothing, but I ain't nobody for the push, bro. So when you see that walk, go respect me. I let somebody push me. I definitely not respect you. Let somebody push you. I say, bro, I never go let him push me. Why would you go there? Like that's his bird. That's the Gucci we know, y'all. Yeah. Yes, I do. I bet you don't. I bet you I do. You don't ask them. Girls who I date, they ain't you don't know them type girls. That's how they girl date with us. Gucci so intelligent, so strong, so right. You don't think she kicking herself in the butt? That she ain't talking to Gucci no more. Don't back out a lot of the money. Now, like I told y'all, right? That's the Gucci we know. I mean, that's the Gucci we know. Yeah, that other Gucci that's going out, I don't know. Young Thug or Rat. Reflections, what's up? Tap in, y'all. Y'all let us know where y'all from as y'all come in. We gonna get into all that. I gotta play this until a couple people get in here though. Atlanta going outside. Yeah. Bro said he'll die. If I gotta go, I'm go. I done went before. I would snitch on nigga to say about nobody like not even I die. He said he'll die, and then he put it on his mother. Once again, y'all, for the ones that's coming in here, what did his mother say before she passed away? Why wasn't she invited to the wedding? Why wasn't her brother? Why wasn't his brother? My fault. Why wasn't his brother invited to the wedding? He said that's AI. Yo, that's crazy. Look, he looks so much different as a person that people are calling this one AI. Right? People are calling this Gucci AI. Nah, this Gucci ain't AI. Trust me. This the real Gucci. Right? Hold on, let me see. Let's compare Gucci's, right? We're gonna get into everything today. It's been a minute. Shout out to y'all. His mother said that wasn't Gucci. Ah, there you go. Who said that? Shout out Reflections. His own mother said that wasn't Gucci, right? After he came out of jail. Let's see real Gucci. Let me show y'all the difference. Right? When you look at right here. This the Gucci we know. You're lost. Hold on. That's Roger Mavis. He said that's Roger Mavis. Hold on. All this right here, I'm trying to get a good picture. Hold on. He thought he just said something crazy too. That's the funny part. Hold on. Let's go back to all the old Gucci pictures. These are the old Gucci pictures right here. Right? And by the way, for y'all that don't know, Gucci has been accused of not even really being from Atlanta. That's the crazy part. A lot of people say he's been from what? Was it Alabama or something like that? Anything, I don't know. But he been claiming East Atlanta for the longest. But once all these Atlanta and rat allegations come out, now they want to say he's not from Atlanta. All right, hold on. Oh, like I said, we gonna. That man that made a statement and back out the case and wrote a whole song. Oh yeah, don't we gonna get into the song too? Now here's the crazy part, right? Because for the people, you got Rollo here. Let's get to Rollo. What Rollo had to say about Gucci. He apologized too. He had no choice. Where Rollo? Oh, so I just sit back just to see how many of y'all fake ass niggas gonna keep it real. So we get word from Big Better Lawyer the other day that Gucci Man wasn't cooperating. And then after the court proceeding, we see the FBI say under oath that they ain't heard nothing from Gucci Man. But when I just posted Gucci the other day, everybody wrote all these right emojis and said all this fucked up shit about this man. But when you want the apologists to be as loud as the fucking insults, they gonna call that man a rap. Y'all got a nigga sitting in jail facing we don't know how much motherfucking time for trying to get out of contract. But yet, Gucci Man still gonna get money out this nigga. He still signed the Gucci Man on all this bullshit right now when we listening to Pooh Shiesty. The money still going to Gucci Man's pocket. So it's a lose-lose situation. Should I hear with it? Now hold on, right? I don't know what lawyer he was talking about. I don't know what lawyer he was talking about. Because when you pay attention to this lawyer right here, where he at? Wrong person. This lawyer is singing a different tune. He actually said that there's one person that's cooperating. And I don't know if y'all caught it, but the video we did showing 1090 Jake, he basically exposed the incident report. The incident report has Gucci as a complainant, which means he's the one that made the complaint. Hold on. That's not playing. Here you go. More details of what happened, Stephen. Charged in a agreement with all of that. So we had a bond hearing today, a PC hearing today. I think that the relevant things that were said today that I thought were fascinating were that it took 3 months to build a case. And I think the reason for that was because the statements that were given on the evening that this occurred were very questionable. I think the way that the statements were made, what was made, what allegedly was witnessed, and what wasn't witnessed, I think gave great pause to the FBI. The FBI doesn't take 3 months to arrest someone if they believe everything that was said on the night that it occurred. They were involved the first night, and then nothing happened for 3 months. In addition to that, that I thought was quite embarrassing was that an FBI agent says they don't have the resources to keep their eye on an individual. This is allegedly an individual that committed a crime that they then didn't watch to see if the guns were present, if the jewelry was present. And what didn't we hear today? What we didn't hear today is there is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being murdered. You said my thing, Hookah, is how is this even a mystery thing like the clone ish? What you mean? What you mean about the clone stuff? It's the same person. Gucci Mane is not important enough to be cloned. They said the same thing about Vybz Kartel, but you don't know who that is, right? The Jamaican Tupac. You know what's crazy? First of all, I know exactly who Vybz Kartel is. But here's the thing, right? Nobody believes nothing because it go against what they believe is normal, right? I can't even say just the other day, but years ago, if you brought up aliens, people would have thought you was crazy. Oh, you talking about aliens? What is he talking? That's a conspiracy theory. Come to find out, the government came out of nowhere and told you that aliens were in fact real, right? So when it goes against what you think is normal, of course, you're going to sit there and say, oh, it don't exist, it's this, it's that. But y'all got to use your own discernment. They're not going to come out and tell you, of course, oh, this exists or that exists. The world will be crazy. But what I always tell people, right? There's actually cloning centers, right? Human cloning is actually a thing. When you go on the CIA website, they have a whole thing about it, just like they have with the aliens. So you may think it don't exist because it may be out whatever you call normal. But at the end of the day, these things do exist, and they're able to thrive based on you not understanding or wanting to understand what's really going on. Right? You think they stopped at cloning animals? Come on. Elon Musk got a whole thing, the neuron link, that you could basically sit there and put your consciousness on this thing. Why would you even want to do that, right? Why would they want to do that? MK Ultra, that's actually a real thing. Drug and rappers, that's actually a real thing. And what kills me is this, right? There's people that's in the industry to this day that sit there and tell you all the weird stuff that go on. And there's people that never even been in the industry that sit there and tell you that they're wrong or they're conspiracy theorists. How you going to tell them? That's like somebody coming into your house right now and telling you about what's going on in your house and never been in there. It doesn't make sense. These things are real. Whether you want to believe it or not, it still exists. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it don't exist, Bucko. Very well-known individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client. I'm going to take like 1 or 2 questions and then we're going to scoop. First of all, I haven't heard that in a minute. He said, I'm taking one more, then we're going to scoop. What are you talking about? Correct. Yeah, it's very fair. I think that this is now pay attention to this part. In case, I mean, obviously, there's 5 individuals on one side. What we're missing are the other people that were present in the room, right? The owner of the studio who says he didn't hear anything or see anything. The way they leave the studio, where no one is in concert with anybody else, no one's arguing with anyone else. One of the individuals says, hey, can I get my watches back? Like, this story is quite unusual. And I think that the FBI knew that. I think the investigators knew that it was unusual. And I think that's why it took so long to make the arrest. All right, now that's not totally true. You know why? One thing about the feds, they don't like to come get you unless they have 100% a case. So the fact that that he said, "Oh, give me my watches back," of course, he's a photographer, right? He's not going to sit here and do anything gangster. He's a photographer that just got Rolexes and whatever the case may be. So it's not far-fetched, and it's also not far-fetched that them people came when they did because maybe they don't have a concrete enough case, but they do have statements. So they can't let a crime go like that. When people are making reports, people are complaining, they can't just let a crime go. But the question is, right, why haven't these guys gotten any bail, though? This is a whole robbery case, right? Now, we understand why Pooh Shiesty might not get out because he's already on federal probation. That's understandable. But as far as Big 30 and the father, why wasn't they granted a bond? These are the questions that really need to be asked. Why wasn't they? Like, it just don't make sense. They don't have none but word of mouth, and this incident wasn't. So once again, so it's not that serious for the feds, but you got to remember the feds are involved because he is on federal probation. That's why. So the man allegedly committed a crime or was accused of a crime that's similar to the crime that he's already on federal probation for. So they got to look at it. You know, it's a violation. But once again, the part that I want to know that's kind of weird, why didn't the father or Big 30 get bail? See what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. Now with Gucci and that whole song, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but let's see what I don't know what he said. Sure, those are all things that are going to be flushed out. The fact is that he was allowed to be in certain areas at certain times. That really wasn't an argument for today. I wasn't really going to make that argument. My main thrust of today was to really push on the evidence and see exactly what they had and when they had. How about this? How about the individual who wrote the complaint, who actually wrote the complaint, who was sitting in the courtroom, who's only been an FBI agent for 4 years, does not take the stand. They put someone else on to say what she wrote in her own complaint when she's sitting in the courtroom. Now, I'm not going to lie. He does have a point with that one. I'm not going to lie. He has a point. A lot of stuff in this case don't make sense, right? Here's what I think. I think they really don't have that much evidence because if they did, they would have been got him. But the thing is, right, they have enough to at least charge them. Why? Because you got the photographer that says that his Rolexes were stolen. And what's the first thing that these guys do once they get the Rolexes? Go on Instagram. right? He went on Instagram. So the fact that they went on Instagram, now what happens is this. Yo, they stole my Rolexes. You sure they stole it? Yeah, look, they're flexing it on social media right now. Oh, you lying? Send me a picture. All right, no problem. Here, look. These are my Rolexes. And look, they got it on their wrist. Then they said the chef was talking too. The chef is the one that named these guys by their names and pointed them out on Instagram. See what I'm saying? So it's too much complaints. They can't just let it go. It's almost similar to right now. You get into it with your lady. They don't gotta have no evidence that you actually put hands on her. But if she says that you put hands on her, then you're going to jail, bucko. Now, whether you're going to get convicted for it, that's another story. Now you got to fight it. But it's just the hassle of having to fight something like this. That's all it is. It's just the hassle of everything. And that's done quite often in game station because they don't want to put a rookie on the stand and be measured by our legal team. I promise this from trial. Oh, who knows? You know, we're in discovery. We'll take a look at their discovery. They're going to say it's ongoing. I mean, think about it. They had 3 months to get this stuff. They had 3 months to get warrants. They didn't get warrants that night. They didn't get warrants the next night. They didn't get warrants the next month. They didn't get warrants a month after. They waited 3 months to get warrants on whether or not there's guns, whether or not there's jewelry. How about their cell phones? How about the computers? That really gives me great pause when I see a case that takes that long to get warrants. If you believe everything that was said on the evening that it occurred. He got a point. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever this lawyer is, Pooh Shiesty did his thing because he got a point. Now, the only way, like I told y'all before, right, in the videos we did covering this, when it comes to the weapons and everything, I don't know about the weapons. They may not be able to convict them or give them a charge on the weapons because in order to do that, you got to prove it. If you don't, it's hearsay, right? So you could say, well, stolen property. They might be charged with stolen property. They might be charged with a whole bunch of other stuff. But the concrete, which is the possession of the firearm, and he put the firearm and made him do this, that's the concrete stuff right there. They may not get charged with that for the simple fact that you have to prove that. Now, whether it's audio, text messages, whether it's surveillance, who knows? Now, I'm not saying that they can't get convicted because it's really up to the grand jury. As long as you can convince a grand jury, whether you really did it or not, you got innocent people sitting in jail right now because a grand jury said, well, yeah, I feel he's guilty. He's guilty. Right? How many times we done seen these guys come home from jail after doing 20 to 30 years only for a reinvestigation to happen? Next, you know, it comes out that they were telling the truth the whole time. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he may get a conviction, he may not. I don't know. So my understanding is the FBI has, over the past 3 or 4 months, has interviewed none of the alleged victims, and allegedly they all have future dates to give statements. But I have no idea if that's true. We're basing it on what the agent said on the stand, that each one of those witnesses from that evening is going to appear and give a statement to the federal authorities. Not to the FBI, but that evening it appears from the material that they produced and from the agent's testimony is that RD gave a statement that evening. But since that evening, you hear that? So let's do this again. He said it's been, hold on. It's been a year since you went live, gang. Him, what's up? It's been a minute. And I wasn't even gonna go live today. I might go live twice because I don't go live this early. But I just had to, because you know, sometimes this information, all this stuff start deteriorating, but we had to. Material that they produced. Listen. The agent's testimony is that RD gave a statement that evening, but since that evening has not given another statement. But the FBI said in the future they're all scheduled to give statements, so we'll have to see. You hear that? So when people say, oh, he's not a snitch, he's not this, it's up to y'all discernment. It's common sense. We ain't gonna sit here and call out the obvious. The man sat there and said, RD. RD is Roderick Davis. That's Gucci Man. He gave a statement. And they said in the future, them same people are gonna have to give statements in the future. Right? And when you do give statements, 9 times out of 10, you got to testify or they would subpoena you. So you either, that's how the feds work, for y'all that don't know. You either going to have to get on that stand and double down on everything you told them because you basically told them and gave them that case, or jail time, normally. Stu, man, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up. Now, hold on. Everybody got updates. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Listen, we are early as hell, but like I said, I appreciate y'all. We don't never go live this early. Pooh Shiesty's lawyer, court hearing. He got a good lawyer. I'll give him that. Now let's go to this. This is what I wanted to get into right here.
Interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
Gucci Mane can say whatever he wants. Gucci Mane just dropped a song called Crash Dummy, basically saying everything within the case. This is the same man that already see what Little Durk is going through. We already see that Little Durk is sitting there, they're using all his song lyrics. So why in the world, that knowing that, right? Why in the world would you make a song, right? Right after, mind you, it's an ongoing case. Why would you sit there and rush to put out a song basically detailing everything that happened, calling him a crash dummy, saying you did this, you did that? You know they're paying attention. Why? That can't be the same Gucci, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Hookah, do you think Pooh could beat it? He definitely can, but he probably gonna do some time due to he's probably still gonna have to do some time due to his violation and whatever other little charges that they decide to give him. But as far as like hard like proof of these weapons and stuff, it doesn't make sense because you got to prove it. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying that it's not possible because I have seen people or certain instances where it's really all up to the grand jury. You don't need that much evidence. It's really up to the grand jury. At the end of the day, your life is in these people's hands. If the prosecutor could sit there and convince them that their story is true enough, you're cooked. Right? You're cooked. The snitches and the cooperating just makes it worse because it makes you look guilty to the grand jury. But at the end of the day, it's the grand jury that's going to vote. And if they feel that he is guilty, then he's guilty. It's simple as that. But let's go to this. Hold on. Let me see. Where's that? I want to talk about this video that everybody claiming. So some people are saying that there's a video. Some people saying it's not a video. You got some people that claim they had access to the video a long time ago, but they didn't just put it out. Who knows? But then they're saying that there's no video. But the thing about that is this. There's not going to be no video of them pointing firearms at him if that's what y'all thinking. Especially if they did it to show that he's signing the contract. 9 times out of 10, if they did have firearms on him, they had the firearms from behind the camera forcing him to sign it because guess what? We can't show that we got him at gunpoint signing this contract. That's illegal. See what I'm saying? So I don't know what video they claim to have, but let's play this again.
If I gotta go and go, I done went before. I always snitch on nigga to save my nobody life. Not even my own. I die.
So when I tell y'all that's not the same Gucci, I don't care what y'all say. It's already been rumors, right? This just all this doing is confirming it. That's all this is doing. Let's go. Hold on. Let's go to some other Gucci I got. See that face? Let me show y'all something. Question is, do we still look at Gucci as a street dude though? See, all right, so let's break this down real quick, right? Because I feel that's an excuse. And I'm gonna tell y'all why that's an excuse. A lot of people like to use the whole, well, he's not a street dude no more. He's not in the streets. He's a businessman. Right? And all that is fine and dandy. But if that's the case, stop talking about the streets. Talk about what you really live in. Because if you want to claim the route of being a businessman, be a businessman. Right? Remember when the whole campaign went down about F the streets? 21 Savage was saying F the streets, F this, F that. I'm trying to do it for the youth. Boozy came out and said, all right, cool. If y'all want to say it like that, stop rapping and talking about street business. Stop promoting that. Because if that's not what you want, why are you promoting it to these kids who was influenced by y'all? You can't say you're doing it for the kids, but then you're pumping something you're not really living because you're business minded, right? So is it okay? Here's a real question. Is it okay to profit and benefit off street business knowing you're not really like that? Wow, you're encouraging a whole generation to do that and crash out. Wow, you're not even like that. Is that okay to do now? This goes back to the Jeezy conversation where we went live before and we said, hold on, Jeezy will sit there and put his kid through college. Told his kid, nah, you go to college. But he influenced a whole generation times two to sit there and trap or die. Do you know how many people out there that really trapped or died? You see what I'm saying? How many guys you know from back in the day say, yo, listen, I was on the road, I was listening to Jeezy. Some of them same people right now is doing football numbers in jail. Some of them same people not even here right now. How about that? You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. When I say that, when people say, oh, well, he's a businessman now, what do you expect? We can go back to Gucci probably a couple months ago talking about street business, right? About what he do. This is the same guy that did a verses with Young Jeezy talking about Pookie Loke. When Jeezy was trying to talk, whatever little bullcrap he was trying to talk to Gucci, I'm not trying to hear that. He was just on business. And the problem is, everybody love to sit there and celebrate toxic behavior. Because what did people do? Oh yeah, Gucci was on it. He was standing on business. Gucci was standing on business with Jeezy. Now he get take, right? He get taken, and then now all of a sudden everybody gonna say, well, no, he's a businessman. Get out of here. Y'all. Oh, so all of a sudden he a businessman. Where was he a businessman when he was on stage on the verses going crazy on Jeezy? See what I'm saying? Nobody want to talk about it. Was he a businessman when he was sitting there making fun of Jeezy, talking about Pookie Low? Was he a businessman then? Come on, man. Y'all got, and this is what I'm saying. People be picking and choosing. People be picking and choosing about who or what they want to support, depending on who it is. Come on, man. Old Gucci wouldn't let that slide now. Gucci a punk. You gotta remember, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people think these are conspiracy theories, and I get it. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me, look at this man right here, right? Let me see. Let me get a good picture. Even Pooh Shiesty, nobody wonder how weird he looks now, too. Listen, I know it's all conspiracy theories. I know. Because what's going to happen is nobody's going to understand cloning and MK Ultra, and it's crazy, right? Because when you go to the CIA website, MK Ultra is a thing. This is why I don't get it. You trying to call something a conspiracy theory. Meanwhile, if you go right now, right? If you go right now to the CIA website and you ask them about MK Ultra, what's going to pop up? Let's see. Let's do it right now. Let's depict all this. CIA, MK Ultra, declassified files. All right. Look. This is the actual CIA website. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go to it. This is the CIA website, y'all. Project MK Ultra. This is the CIA website. What is it not? What is it hard to believe? Look. CIA.gov. Go read on it. Right? It's a whole bunch on it. Go read about it. Go read about it. And then not only that, right? When most people call things a conspiracy theory, people don't even know where that term came from. That's the funny part. You call something a conspiracy theory and don't even know where the term came from. Who came up with the term? Right? Come on. Anyway, so somebody mentioned insurance earlier. Let's get into the French Montana. And y'all got the nerve to tell me that this is the same person? Crazy. Oh. There you go.
You know, and that's when I realized, you know, too much beefing. And we was beefing for real. Like people was like dying, and this and that, and it was just like it was blocking a lot of money. People want to touch you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, your rap friends, somebody gets shot, your rap friends stop picking up, the label stop picking up. Now it gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? It gets crazy. But now it's even crazier because really they getting life insurance on parts. At least back then we didn't have that.
You hear what he said, right? They're taking out life insurance policies on artists. Now watch what else he says.
They told me that shit. Yeah. Is a label signing an artist in good faith if you're taking a life insurance out? No, you're praying on his death. You're praying on making millions on his death. Or are they being realistic? Both.
Hear what he said? And he kept it all the way real. Listen to what he said. Pay attention, y'all. This one. Listen.
Yeah. Your rap friends stop picking up, the label stop picking up. It gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? It gets crazy. But now it's even crazier because really they're getting life insurance on parts. At least back then we didn't have that. Somebody told me that shit. Yeah. Is a label signing an artist in good faith if you're taking a life insurance out? No, you're praying on his death. You're praying on making millions on his death. Or are they being realistic? Both. They're being realistic.
See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like they said, if a label is taking out life insurance policies on an artist, and then you realize that these deaths are starting to occur way too often. If y'all remember, right? If anybody's from the early 2000s or the 90s, for a rapper to lose their life, it was a big thing, right? A celebrity, period. Like you just didn't see nothing. You didn't see celebrities pass away like that. Fast forward to now where it's being said that these people are taking out life insurance policies, and we already know that they do have correlation with the jails. It's becoming very frequent. We're seeing these celebrities lose their life. And I'm talking about back to back to back. And you know what label is known for that? You know what label is known for rappers losing their life? Empire. Right? Now look, how many rappers Empire the label have? Right? Now these are back to back. Look at these deaths, first and foremost, right? From 2018, 2022, 2023, 2023, 2023. Oh no, wait. First, why they got key locked? Hold up. All right, nah, this is tripping. I don't know what this is about. Hold up. They don't got Mode 3 up there. Hold on. My fault. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, it said key Glock. I don't know. I don't know who Key Glock pissed off over there on Microsoft. Steven, what's up? Yeah, I haven't been on live in a minute, man. All this is looking kind of new. I was supposed to go live last night around 12 or 1, but I forgot. So probably go live twice today. Hold on. All right, here we go. Wow. See, this how you know something don't be right with these search engines. Because just the other day when I looked this up for a video, it had all the artists. Now it seemed like it only look. They got XXXTentacion and Aaliyah. This how you know something ain't right. Hold on. Don't worry, we might go live again later on tonight. Right now, this is just all the topics we didn't get to when it first dropped. We're gonna start going live again. I didn't even do my usual when we usually talk real stuff before getting into all these topics. I'll probably do that later on. I like to talk about life first. All this stuff about the artist is cool, but it's just is what it is. There's real life stuff going on in this world, y'all, for sure. Oh yeah, so I don't know. It's not coming up. Oh, here you go. All right, so the list is longer than this, but so far, this is what they got, right? You got XXX Tentacion, King Von, Young Dolph, PNB Rock, Mo3. There's more though. There's definitely more. But look at the times, right? 2020, 2022, 2021. And you know what I realized about all their deaths? If y'all pay attention, right? All their deaths were questionable. All their deaths was weird. Now, one of these guys' deaths right here was clean cut. Like, you know what? This happened, that happened. All right, cool. Every last one of these guys' death was questionable. From PNB Rock, weird death. Mo 3, extra weird death. Young Dolph, y'all know that, especially weird. If you've been here before, y'all know how much we done already went live about this in videos we did. But then you got King Von, extra weird, right? XXX, extra weird. We didn't even see no blood. We didn't even see no blood. Now keep in mind, right? Nipsey Hussle, he was doing something with Empire as well. I don't know why they don't got him up there. King Frederick, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up. I'm definitely gonna save the live. Let me see. Trap House Kitchen, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out my boy. This is just the first live. We're gonna go live again later on, man. This is a surprise live. I didn't what's the name? I didn't schedule it, no nothing. This is just a surprise. And I'm still shocked. 114 people. I appreciate that. We haven't been live since October of last year. Empire done took an artist out almost every year. That's a fact. And you know why? Because they got the straw man insurance, right? Hold on. Key man insurance. Here we go. Right? So when you hear French Montana say that they started taking out life insurance policies on their artists, this is what he's talking about. Right? It's an insurance policy taken out by a business to compensate that business for financial losses that would arise from the death or extended incapacity of an important member of the business. Right? To put it simply, key person insurance is a standard life insurance or trauma insurance policy that is used for business succession or business protection purposes. Now, right? Listen, what's the coincidence that they're taking these type of insurances out, and then when you go pay attention to the guys that's losing their life, it's always some type of trauma that's going on with them. They getting shot, right? They getting shot. They getting this. They getting that. All these Empire artists, why they dying like that? Gucci used to put hands on my little brother. I don't vibe with do that at all. Yeah, see, that's the good. So we were just talking about this earlier about Gucci being Gucci. This new one that's running around here, we don't know who that is, right? This guy right here. That's on my mama. Now, here's the thing, right? This is what I asked earlier. I said, listen, what did Gucci mother, because he said on my mama, what did Gucci mother say about him before she passed away? Because we love to bring, and that's the thing, right? Everything's a conspiracy theory until it's actually debunked. Oh, clones ain't real. MK Ultra ain't real. No, I get it. That's just because it go past what you call normal, right? But what I'm saying is, what would it take for a mother to sit there and say, listen, that's not my child? What happened? His brother said the same thing, and these two people wasn't invited to the wedding. Why? Who's not going to invite their own mother to a wedding? Hold on, let me see. We like to act like we miss the important stuff. Oh, that's crazy. Look. Hold on. I didn't even know you said this.
Friday, now, I figured out what happened with the Pooh Shiesty case, man. I figured out what happened. It's gonna fuck y'all mind up, because when I found it out too, I was like, nah, ain't no way, you heard? So look, the real Gucci man did it right. The clone did. It's not the real Gucci.
See, he being funny, right? But just know it's a little truth in every joke. Just know that. I'm trying to see what his brother said. His brother Wayne also said something about Gucci being a clone. I know it sounds funny, y'all. I know it sounds off the wall. I know it sounds crazy. These are conversations you can't have with everybody because they're gonna put you in the mental asylum, bucko. You feel they're gonna put you in a mental asylum. However, I always go back to this key thing. They would have said you was crazy if 2 years ago you said that aliens don't exist. I mean, you said aliens exist, right? If you said right now, I mean, if you said before aliens exist, you seen one, they would think you was crazy. Today's day and age, fast forward to now, right? These people are telling you that aliens actually do exist, and they tell you that they're amongst us. And people don't even fight. You know what's crazy? You would think that that's ground shaking information. Like, you would think if they just told us extraterrestrials walk amongst us, people would be like, oh, hell no. Oh, no. People don't even budge. People didn't even budge. They told us that extraterrestrial. Let me tell you, your whole life they told you that they don't exist. It's just a conspiracy theory. It's a myth. Then they finally come out and tell you, like, you know what? All right, I'm sorry. The conspiracy theorists, they were actually right. They do exist, but don't worry. Yeah, they still fly amongst us. Yeah, they're here. Don't worry about it. What? Hey, how about this? What happened to that big spaceship that they claimed was coming to Earth? What happened to it? It just disappeared. Nobody talks about it no more. You see what I'm saying? You see how easy they could garner our energy and do whatever they want with it? You don't understand that when they take your energy like that, they can control you subconsciously. They got the power to make you feel weird. They got the power to make you feel fear. They control your chakras, your nervous system. That's because you don't know. This is why knowledge is power. Because if you did know, you wouldn't just fall for anything. You wouldn't fall for anything. You wouldn't be so easily controlled. See what I'm saying? So this is why the knowledge, man, you gotta have your own discernment. You gotta come with your own facts. You gotta read, you gotta just pay attention. To this day, we don't know what happened to that big old mothership that they claimed was coming to Earth that was gonna be here in November. What happened? Oh, we just don't talk about it no more. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm trying to look for. Let me see if they got. Look at this. Y'all can't tell me this person right here. Y'all serious? Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Hold on. Stop playing. Listen, I don't care how much burpees. I don't care how much push-ups, pull-ups. I don't care how many lunges, cockroaches, whatever he doing. I don't care how much of those he doing. You can't reconstruct somebody's whole face. Sounds crazy. I know. I know. But look. Who? Man, y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. And to be honest with you, right? I seen shout out to Sean Cotton from Say Cheese. He said, "Yo, listen, this whole Gucci man and Pooh Shiesty thing is fake. He said it's fake. It just don't make sense. And I was saying the same thing. He said the F is that. This is Gucci. This is the Gucci that, listen, if you was brought up in the early 2000s, right? The early 2000s, late 90s, you know who this is. This is the Gucci we know. This right here, I don't, this the modern day Gucci. This the one that told on Pooh Shiesty. This the one that told. For your own sanity, don't deep dive into this type of issue. I've been doing this. I ain't gonna lie. I've been going live talking about this. It usually get worse, but I'm just chilling because at the end of the day, you know, it's mad early. It's nice outside. I was supposed to be outside, but see, the thing about this is this, right? I've been doing this, and I got enough knowledge to know that I don't place my energy in one place. So it do get crazy when you know certain things. It do you start feeling crazy. I'm not gonna lie. When you start thinking to yourself like, "Damn, am I really crazy? Why? How the hell I believe this? Why I think this?" But you're not crazy. That's what they play on. They make you think something is crazy so you can leave it alone, right? Because if you don't have no type of discernment, if you got no type of kickback or rebel in you, you're easily controlled. See what I'm saying? You're easily controlled. So you do start feeling like you crazy sometimes, but once you get past that point to where you know you're not crazy because you know what you know, they can't mess with you. They can't mess with you, bro. So what I do is I just bring awareness to it. I bring awareness. I don't go too deep into it because I know that, you know, this is YouTube. But I bring awareness and hope. I tell people, if y'all been OGs here, y'all know I've been saying this for the longest. Anything I say, do not believe me. I'm bringing awareness to it so you can go research it yourself. That's what I want to do. Gucci is pushing 50, bro. Who cares? See? That's the problem. Nobody cares about nothing no more. That's the thing. Nobody cares about nothing. Gas prices going up. Nobody cares. Right? Tariffs. Nobody cares. Like, it's so much stuff going on in this world right now. First of all, the fact that we even care about Gucci, Pooh Shiesty, and all these other guys, it's crazy because there's real stuff going on. They're talking about a possible World War III, and nobody buzzed. But you know what they would buzz for? The Epstein list, right? That's what they care about. They telling you, yo, listen, you know, we might get hit with an X, Y, and Z. You know, they don't care about that. Rent going up. Every time you turn around, your rent going up. They don't care about that. What do we care about? What do we care about? That's the problem. He said, these are lives I need. These at night would be dope. Listen, HBCU, we always go live at night. I was supposed to go live last night. We always go live at like 12 p.m. Well, let me correct that. Not always, because I haven't went live in a minute. But when we was going live, it was always at 12 a.m. or like 1 a.m. But the problem is I didn't go live last night. I had too much going on, even though I planned on doing it. So I just had to do this. Had to get it out. There's no age limit to being a gangster. Don't let the yeah. See, and that's another thing too. It's really no age limit on it at all. How many guys you know that's sitting there doing time? They done caught a body or something at 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. Ain't no age limit on it. And it's definitely not no age limit because these guys have the influence. These guys is making songs talking about, oh, run down, spin, sell this drug, sell that drug, take this perk, pop this perk, drink this lean. But like somebody said a few minutes ago, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Wondering why your children is out there just wearing ski masks and hoodies in 90-degree weather. But nobody cares. I'm telling you, it's crazy out there. And when people say things like, "Oh, why would they do something to Gucci? Why wouldn't they?" At one point in time, Gucci was one of the biggest people in Atlanta. One of the biggest coming from Atlanta. He got influence. That's what people don't realize. We all think, oh, why would they clone or why would they they do something to let's Cardi B, or why would they do something to Nicki? Why would they do something to whoever? Kanye. These are people that got major influences. And that's what these people want. They want people with influence. Because as long as they control the people with the influence, they control their audience. Right? That's what people don't understand. Look, they got a whole scheme. Let me show you how influence work, right? For y'all that think that certain people, just because you don't see like the Drakes, or you think because they're not as big as these people, the Taylor Swifts, y'all think that they wouldn't need them for anything, right? Now think about it. The ski mask. If you have a Nike ski mask, what is that considered? A shiesty, right? Where did that come from? Pooh Shiesty, right? The first thing one of these kids would say when they trying to get a ski mask or not, they're not gonna say, yo, oh, let me get a ski mask. No. Yo, let me get a shiesty. See the influence? See what I'm saying? Now that same kid is doing what he see Pooh Shiesty do because he think it's cool, because the person he look up to is doing whatever he's doing. Whether it's showing guns, buying guns, telling him to spin on his ops, right? Dress a certain way, look a certain way. Y'all think these kids just come out of nowhere wearing these big old hoodies in 80 and 90-degree weather and shicey masks for nothing? No. See what I'm saying? But like someone said, nobody cares. Who cares? That's a fact. The influencer is a controller of the frequency. That's a fact. A lot of people don't even know about frequency. You see what I'm saying? And this is why I say knowledge is power. For the people that do know about frequency, they know that you can be controlled without you even knowing. You ever just been sitting, or you go outside and next you know you feel depressed for no reason at all? You're like, damn, why I feel like this? You don't even know why you feel depressed. Frequency. See what I'm saying? Why you think when they say, yo, when it's a full moon, people get crazy? Why you think? What type of frequency you think is being put out there when the moon is full? It's not by coincidence. Nothing is by coincidence. Nothing. It's all designed, man. The fact that Gucci told without facing any jail time is crazy. No matter if he had changed, man, that's something nobody. Let me tell you. Here's it's one or two things. One, they took that wedding ring. They took this wedding ring right here, right? They took that wedding ring that had sentimental value because his wife gave it to him. They also said that they took a watch that was gifted to him by his wife, right? That's what the paperwork said. So these are two sentimental value things that was taken from him, especially the wedding ring. Now to go take it a step further, shout out to Poetic Flacco. He said, listen, if Gucci Man didn't snitch and he did in fact sign that contract, now what happens is this: Pooh Shiesty is no longer a 1017 artist because the contract was signed. So he got to say, yo, listen, yeah, I signed it, but I signed it because at the end of the day, I was under duress. So now you got to tell him why you was under duress. You got to tell him what happened. And that's exactly what he did. Right? At the end of the day, man, these guys wasn't going. I don't know, man. A lot of these guys aren't what they claim to be. Boy should drop Ben since he forgot his colors, and great way to end music's legends. Yeah, if y'all to me, let me tell y'all, to be honest with y'all, I think there's an agenda going on, right? To where they're making it cool for people to snitch. If you notice, there's been out of nowhere, there's just been a whole bunch of snitch rumors. Like every time you turn around, somebody's a snitch. Every time you turn around, somebody's a snitch. And what happens is, from what we see, the people that are claimed to be snitches, when they do get out, or whatever the case may be, they're rewarded. There's no reward for the people that keeps it real. So he told for money that he could have made another way while still keeping his reputation intact. He sold himself out. Probably. But like I said, it's you got to remember, right? Listen, let's look at FDO. Let me see if they should. Pooh, Shiesty, FDO, Billboard. Remember, it went to number 1. I don't know where it's at right now. Yeah, so look, in December, FDO hit number 1 on hip hop and R&B. So, of course he gonna tell. Of course, you know why? Because these are millions. If he sit there and get this man out this contract, that's millions. He basically let off the table. That song went number 1, which means that song did very well, which means that Pooh Shiesty is a well-perceived artist. More than likely, the next song he dropped may do just as good. That's a lot of money he'll be missing out on. You think he was going to miss out on that money due to him signing the contract he didn't want to sign in the first place? And not to mention, somebody said there was too many people involved to not get the police involved. Facts. But the only thing I could say about that one is this. They said that Gucci is the one that participated in the incident report. So he did tell. He did say, yo, listen, this happened, that happened. He's labeled the complainant. So he complained, right? He could have did it like this, right? If he wanted to keep it so gangster and street like what these gangsters do. Once the cop, because y'all, first of all, the cops was been coming. They took $96,000 worth of Rolexes from the photographer. He was definitely telling. It's no way he wasn't telling, right? So what Gucci should have did if he wanted to keep this street moniker going, when they came and said, yo, so what happened? I don't know. Simple. So you didn't get robbed? No. So they didn't take nothing from you? No, they didn't. Nah, they didn't take nothing from me. You think he was going to do that? You think he was about to sit there and telling people that he didn't get that wedding ring snatched? Keep in mind, they said this. I don't know. Google got mixed reviews because 1090 Jake said the wedding ring was worth $50,000, but when you go on Google, they say it's worth $2 million, almost $2 million. So, and it's his wedding ring, right? It's white, like that's his wedding ring, wedding band, whatever. You think he's about to just let that go? And the watch that she gave him, and the contract. Hey, that man wasn't taking all them losses. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He wasn't taking all them losses. It just is what it is. Maybe the jury. I could see him probably taking a loss on the jury. Like, you know what? All right, they got me. Let's get it back in blood now. Right? Crazy, right? How ironic is that? Get it back in blood, Pooh Shiesty. Anyway. But once that contract was signed and he realized that Pooh Shiesty was out of that contract, it was over. Keep in mind, I know this Gucci. I gotta keep saying this for y'all. I know this Gucci. I don't know who this one is. I know this one. See what I'm saying? Now we got to go back. I can't see how people really think that this is the same person. I'm sorry, y'all. It's baffling. Look at this. Look at this. And the first thing people love to say, oh, you know, people get older. People get older. They start looking different. Yeah, they do. Not this different. Where's this first one? That's another thing. Hold on. Let's do some quick investigations real quick. Hold on. Let's see. People would tell you they are maybe Gucci should have believed them. That's a fact. That's another thing too. Let me tell y'all, Shiesty never said nothing that he's not. Shiesty told you he was Shiesty. And you know what's even crazier? You could tell that man had a chip on his shoulder. He had to let Dirk know that he wasn't more slimy than him. He had to let him know. That was the first thing he said in that song. First day out, he said, Dirk, don't believe what Dirk said in that verse. He ain't more slimy than me. Shit, I believe him. I believe him, bucko. Hold on. Look at this. Now it's not just about the bed, y'all. It's not just about the bed. Hell no, it's not about the bed. Damn, I wish I had my other stand. Yeah, I'll keep it like this. Yeah, get a close up on it. It's not just about the bed. It's past the bed. Look at this. Look at this. You know what's crazy, right? When the last time y'all seen Gucci with his glasses off? When the last time y'all seen Gucci with his glasses off? Right? That tat was also fresh in the pic. That's a fact too, right? But forget the tat for a second. Just look at his face. Let me see. Let me see if we go to. Let me see if we get a better picture so y'all can see what I'm trying to say, right? Look at this face right here. He said Gucci hasn't had them just off since he got out. That's a fact. You know why? For the people that's out there, they know about spirituality and you in tune. What they say about the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul, right? Right? Look in these eyes. Hold on, let me see. Damn, even the pictures. Hopefully this one's a clear one. I only seen this is the only picture that I could find with Gucci with his glasses off. It was this one and there's one more. Look in his eye. Damn. First one. Come on, y'all. Right? Hold on. Now look at that. See if I could. Damn, this picture don't do it no justice. But first of all, let me tell y'all, right? If you've been on here, if you've been on our lives from before, we broke this whole Gucci man clone crap down to the T. We did it on Kodak Black. We did it on Will Smith. What else? Who else? We did Cardi. Who else? We did a couple of them. Exactly. Who said that? Leonard. That's what I'm trying to get into. The bone structure. You could do all the workout, the burpees, the the side straddle hops, the jumping jacks. You could do all that you want. But the thing about your bone structure, you can't imitate that. You can't none of that. Right now, you can put on a whole bunch of weight. You will not look like that. I'll tell you that right now. The man lost some weight. People, of course, he gonna look different. It's more than just weight, man. Look at the face. Hold on. Look at the face. This is a good picture, hopefully. Hold on. Right? Right? Hold on. Look at his face. It's more than just weight. Look at his face. Hold on. Man, y'all better stop playing. Talk about his face. Lost weight. Lose weight. Come on, man. Let me see. I'm trying to find that picture. Oh, shout out to Valvoline. For y'all that don't know, if you into stocks and all that, Valvoline for the win. But that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I was about to put it side to side. Give me a second. I'm about to do it right now. He said that boy Gucci is gone, and it's ever so obvious. That's a fact. Gucci look weird without his glasses. That's because that's not. He was in a secret society. Hold on. Let me see if I could get the picture into another. All right, we're gonna put it in another. Matter of fact, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get a side profile. I'm trying to see a picture without his glasses, but it's nearly impossible. All right, here go one. All right, here go one. Let's see. I can see it already. Who you crazy? What the hell you talking about? Is a clone? This clone business? Y'all gotta stop with this clone stuff. Look, look. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Look at this. Dre, what's up? I appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to y'all. Look at this. Right? Pay attention. Look. Forget the tat. I'm trying to just look at the structure. And that's another thing, right? This tattoo, he had two of them. He had this one and he had another one. Where those go? Where those go? Gucci is not a clone. Cloning does exist, but I don't believe it. All right, for you to say Gucci is not a clone, right? Who do you think is? Y'all let me know right now. Who do y'all think is? Because if you can sit there and say you believe in clones, but then say he doesn't look like one, it's crazy. He's every inch of one. There's somebody else I wanted to show y'all too. Like perfect example, right? Kodak Black. Look at Kodak Black. Some people want to say drugs. I know. Some people also, who else? Not only Kodak Black, then who else? I was just about to say somebody. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx. Right? Now it's also crazy because that whole Jamie Foxx situation was crazy. Martin too. Y'all seen Martin? Y'all remember? See, we did all this on live before. That's why I'm kind of forgetting. But for y'all that the OG members of this, y'all remember we did the whole breakdown on Martin too. Remember with Jamie Foxx, right? Jamie Foxx got one of the most weirdest situations to where nobody pay attention to what they said happened. They said he was on. They said he was on the set of a movie with Cameron Diaz. Pay attention to this, right? He was on set one day. That day, something happened. After something happened, he ran into his trailer and said they're trying to kill me. See what I'm saying? He said they're trying to kill me. Right? He called the cops and everything. The next day, what happened to Jamie Foxx? They said he had a medical emergency. They couldn't even tell you what the emergency was. They just came and said he had a medical emergency. And then get this. Look how strange this is, right? His own daughter tried to lie. Oh yeah, we were just playing pickleball. What pickleball? What in the Subway sandwich was y'all playing? He talking about we was playing pickleball. What in the Subway sandwich was y'all playing? Lean makes you fat. That's why Gucci look big. You right, but no, bro. Sorry, it just don't make sense. Somebody said zoom into the ears. Yeah, one going up, that one go up, that one. I don't. This one poke out, right? This one goes in. Listen. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I know it sounds crazy, and this is why sometimes I don't even talk about it. But the good thing about it is we do have a lot of like-minded people here that know what's going on, so it don't feel too crazy. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go back to this all the time. They made you feel crazy for believing in aliens a couple years ago, only for them to tell us about 2 or 3 years ago that aliens do actually exist, and in fact, they are walking amongst us. Right? They clone Tyrone. See, you just took the words right out of my mouth. I was just about to say the they clone Tyrone movie. You think that was fake? Right? You think that was fake? Where do you think they get that from? They put it. Here's the thing y'all gotta understand about movies and the rituals and the symbolism and the things that they have to do in order for their rituals to work. They gotta tell you. Because if they don't, it'll be part of their karmic cycle. But as long as they tell you, which is why they put it in movies, they wouldn't have no karma. See what I'm saying? So they gotta tell us. And how ironic, right? The person in that movie, Jamie Foxx, they clone Tyrone. What happened to him? Something weird happened to him right after he shot that movie. Is it a coincidence? Come on now. Come on now. Listen, Of course, you're not going to look the same if you lose weight. We know that, right? But once again, you can't fake bone structures. You can't fake the way somebody acts, right? Y'all seen him when he was sitting up there when Keisha K. O was talking crazy to him on the Breakfast Club, right? Y'all remember that? Did a whole video about it. We went live talking about it. See, this is another thing. What do they get by cloning Gucci? He's not that important. At one point in time, he was. Right? At one point in time, he was. He was very influential. Still is, possibly. Right? That's what when y'all see certain people, and I just broke it down with the Pooh Shiesty situation. People will say, well, why would they clone him? He's not nobody. Whole time, Pooh Shiesty got the whole world screaming Shiesty, calling a damn ski mask a Shiesty. That's influence. That's what them people need. That's what they need to push their agenda. They need influence. And who got the biggest influences on our culture, on a certain demographic of people? Celebrities, rappers in particular. Don't get me started on R&B. Look at Sexy Red, right? Look at Young Miami. Matter of fact, look at Lotto. Lotto told all these girls, oh, don't ever let this man knock you up. Get a plan B. Don't ever, Fast forward, this girl pregnant. But you know what she did? She convinced a whole generation of women to say F relationships, right? F having regular relationships. Go date that man. No, get him for his money. Young Miami sat there and told the whole world, the city girls, oh, get him for his money. I'm going to get a trick. I'm going to die. F him, get his money. To only allegedly get golden showers by Diddy. See what I'm saying? JT put this whole moniker on like they all about getting money. F this dude. Guess what? She dates Little Uzi. You see what I'm saying? Come on. Meg Thee Stallion. She told women, oh, yeah, F him. Get him for his money. Don't ever settle for it. I do this to men. She dates who? She dates Clay Thomas. Y'all see what I'm saying? Who got F with you, but you literally peeped it, but you missed it. What I miss? Put me on, bro. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this East Atlanta Santa. Hold on. This who this is. Let me show you who this is. This is this guy. Oh, I took it off. When he say he never snitched, that's who this guy was. That's who was saying that. This one right here, I don't know. Somebody said, hold on, what he said? Maybe he doing that for a reason so we could figure that part out ourselves so he don't get got. I told you the only two possible reasons I could think of why he did it, right? Because if he didn't do it, 9 times out of 10, if he did in fact sign that contract, then Pooh Shiesty would have been out of that contract for 2017. And y'all got to remember, between him and Fujiano, those are two of his biggest artists over 1017. It has to be. They have to be the people that's actually generating some type of income for 1017, which is why when he said all these artists he's giving their contracts, he don't want them on there, he's cleaning house. Why didn't he get rid of Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano? You know why? They're the breadwinners. Ain't nobody going to get rid of their breadwinners. See what I'm saying? So fast forward to Pooh Shiesty, he went #1 on Billboard. #1. Right? No, it wasn't. Was it Bill? No, my fault. The hot 100, not the hot R&B, whatever that crap is. Whatever it is, he went #1. Right? So at the end of the day, with him going #1, that's money. Millions. In which this man is going to see Pooh Shiesty's money before Pooh Shiesty do. This is why Pooh Shiesty want to get out of that contract. Not to mention, allegedly, he didn't do anything for Pooh Shiesty while he was incarcerated. Now, we don't know how true that is, but we can say that when Pooh Shiesty came out, you remember that post he put up when he said nobody was there for him but his father? See what I'm saying? And when he said nobody, he didn't make no exceptions. He said nobody. Simple. Not to mention, him and Big Scar are actually cousins. And they're saying that Shiesty, Gucci ain't do nothing for Big Scar when he passed away and got the nerve to want his chain back. I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy. I rock with Gucci, well, the old one, this one. But that was crazy. He wanted his 1017 chain back for whatever reason. I don't know. Gucci is on the MK Ultra and his wife is his handler. You missed that. Oh, I mean, possibly. This is what I'm saying. You gotta remember though, possibly, man. Possibly. Either one of those are acceptable. But what's not acceptable is acting like these are the same people. See what I'm saying? He helped Big Scar funeral. Even Scar dad said he helped. No, I'm not saying. So, what's the kid name? The kid that was going back and forth with Gucci Mane on live. He was saying Gucci ain't do nothing. They had to come up with some like Gucci gave whatever money he gave, but then they had to put some money towards it too. I don't know. It's been a minute. And that's another thing. See, it wasn't even a diss song. Gucci probably, listen, he did the right thing, right? Here's what he did. He's trying to capitalize off of all the tension he's getting. He know right now, he turned the negativity into dollars. I get it. It's not that he put a diss song out. It's about what he said in the diss song. That's what it was about. It's about, because you gotta remember, it's an open case. It's an open case. See what I'm saying? You're not supposed to say nothing during the open case. An open investigation, basically. He only gave, that's what it was. Yeah. He gave 10,000 and then they had to put the rest. Keep in mind, how much was the funeral? I ain't gonna lie though. 10,000 for a funeral is kind of, I don't know. Because I was saying before, it is kind of great. 10,000, Hey, I was about to say 10,000 not too bad for a funeral. Because the average funeral cost is anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000. See what I'm saying? So if she said 10,000 was just for the flowers, well damn, what type of flowers you get? What type of flowers you get, Bucko? Listen, maybe the flowers gonna have to sit this one out. What's more important, that damn casket and the burial and everything, or them damn flowers? I don't know. The cheapest casket is $6K. Oh yeah, that's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. The caskets are expensive. We had to bury my grandma, my great grandma, God rest her soul. Expensive. I ain't gonna lie. But you know why? Death is a business. Yo, let me tell y'all this, right? We're gonna go off a little, we're gonna a little bit go off a topic. But let me say this. Oh, Gucci was asking for the chain because Quez was wearing it. That was his name, Quez. And he wasn't signed to Gucci. Oh, all right. All right. So look. See, this is why sometimes just knowing is a little, having knowledge of certain things can help. Cause I ain't gonna lie. If you sitting there wearing a chain, let's say, right? Perfect example. 1017 is a brand. If you commit crimes wearing a 1017 chain or anything you doing negative wearing a 1017 chain, that's a reflection of Gucci and his brand. Nobody got time to sit there and, well, is he signed to him? No. All they gotta do is see it. Oh, he signed a 1017. Oh, yeah. So that would make sense. If that's why he wanted the chain, I agree. But if they was having it for sentimental value and they just wanted to, okay, so be it. But if somebody's wearing it, rocking it, being hard-headed, I get it. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. So what? That's his brother. You right. You right. I don't know. See, that's a double-edged sword, because you're right. To be honest with you, I wouldn't really care what somebody did with the chain if it was me, but you can't tell people how to be when, I don't know. Everybody react different. Should handle the whole funeral or rip. That's a fact. Because I'm pretty sure Big Scar made him money even after his death. See what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. So he do have a point with that one. But look, right before we gonna get into the All Star Jr. thing and Jay Prince Jr. I definitely want to get into the Jay Prince Jr. situation because for y'all that know, when we was covering the takeoff situation, what was we telling y'all about Jay Prince Jr.? What was we telling y'all about Duke the Jeweler? What was we telling y'all about these guys for some reason going to Houston and things happening and certain people always being around? Right? Don't worry, we're gonna get into that, man. Let me say this, y'all. While we still on the topic of funerals. The crazy part about this world, we will never thrive in a world where people benefit off our trauma. Let me say that again. We as a people will never thrive in a world that benefits off our trauma. If somebody's profiting off your trauma, it will never get fixed. Right? If somebody's benefiting, if somebody got something to gain off of you being sick, dead, or in jail, we will never thrive as a people. Perfect example, right? I bring this up because somebody said about the funeral and the caskets. A casket being $14,000 is crazy, right? So, with that being said, as long as somebody going to benefit off of death, death will always keep happening, right? As long as people benefit off of you getting arrested, arrest will always happen. Crime will never stop. As long as people benefit off of you being sick, diseases wouldn't go nowhere. You get what you follow what I'm saying? This is why they don't have a cure for that other thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? And if you do get a cure, you got to go somewhere far and wide. But when you think about it, right? Think about all the things that people benefit that hurt us. The fact that policemen have quotas is crazy. And these are things we don't talk about. Remember the person earlier that said, who cares? These are one of the things that people say, who cares about. The fact that policemen have quotas, they're supposed to be public servants, right? They're supposed to serve the public, protect and serve the community. Why do y'all have quotas on people getting arrested? Right? It gets deep. So now when you think about it, are y'all really protecting and serving, or are y'all doing a job with a deeper agenda in mind? You know why? Because it's a long list, right? It's a long domino effect if crime don't happen. This is what people don't understand. This is why you have mercenary groups. For y'all that don't know what mercenary groups are, look it up. These are people that are put in neighborhoods, particularly urban neighborhoods, to further the crime. You see what I'm saying? These are people that they'll sit there and shoot a Crip, and the whole time the Crips think the Bloods did it, and then the whole time the Bloods and the Crips going back and forth because they think each other is knocking off each other. When in hindsight, it's not even either one of them, right? So these are things we got to be wary of. Why do my fault? Why do somebody benefit off of you getting arrested? Why do somebody benefit off of you getting medicine? Why do somebody benefit if you damn what's the word I'm looking for? Oh man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, here's what I'm saying, right? If you don't if crime is down, think how many jobs that affect. Just put this into perspective real quick. If crime is down and no crime is happening, think about how many jobs is lost for police officers. Think about prosecutors. Think about the judge. Think about detectives. Think about internal affairs. Thinking about the COs, right? What else? That's 7 jobs that are impacted if crime don't exist. You see what I'm saying? Detectives, sergeants. You see what I'm saying? Think about how many people are affected if crime doesn't exist. Now, let's go to the hospitals. Think of how many people jobs are affected if you are cured and you don't have a sickness. See what I'm saying? Follow me. Think about how many people jobs are. It's literally somebody's job to make sure they make sure you're sick. When you really think about the ideology behind that, it's crazy. You see what I'm saying? The ideology behind the fact that somebody has a job as long as you're sick is crazy. These are the things we don't talk about enough. Of course, they don't cure you. Here's the thing: they give you a medicine that they need you to take in order for other people to benefit. That's what I'm saying. So think about the health insurance people. Think about the doctors, right? Think about the people that make the hospital beds or the hospital this, the machines. There's a lot of people affected if you aren't sick. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy because some of those drugs are the same gateways in the people taking hard drugs, right? These are opioids. How crazy is this? They'll give you an opioid legally. If you go out there and sell opioids, you get 50 million years behind jail. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy. Y'all giving it to me legally to take. I take it. I get hooked. After I get hooked, now I'm trying to chase that high because they know it's addictive. And guess what happened? I'm in trouble. How I get in trouble for something y'all hooked me on legally? You see what I'm saying? These are the things that people don't pay attention to. It reminds me of, I don't even know if I can say this word, but prostitution, right? Prostitution. Think about it. If you are caught, they caught, first of all, and fellas, be very careful, especially nowadays, because the way things are set up and the technicalities of these things, it's like anything can get you one of these charges to where they're saying you're traffic. You can certain words you can't say on YouTube, but you're traffic, women. And a lot of people play around with this, but it's not. It's not funny because there's real people getting affected by this. But let's say you in Miami, you fly a girl out because y'all got the intentions of doing exactly what y'all do, and then something go down. Guess what happens? They would charge you for that trafficking across state lines, right? But here's the catch-22 to this: when they say that prostitution is illegal, right? What do they really mean? Because it's considered bad and it's considered a crime out here. Why are there legal brothels? See what I'm saying? Why are there legal brothels? So it comes to terms of where now you question, is this illegal because it's bad? Or is this illegal because y'all can't benefit off it? Just like marijuana. They got legal dispensaries now. Keep in mind, they got guys doing football numbers in jail right now to this day for selling marijuana. Right? Exactly. He said something is only illegal when Uncle Sam can't have his piece. If you know, you know, and that's a fact. Just like when they ran numbers, but now it's pick three. Yo, listen, and that's the crazy part, right? You go to any one of your local bodegas if you're in New York, they got a whole bunch of lottery machines, whatever. Let you sit there and think you're gonna run numbers or run something out your house. They're gonna say it's illegal gambling. Why is it illegal? Because you don't have a piece? That's crazy. That's the new word for illegal. Uncle Sam don't have a piece. That ain't a word. That's a sentence. Y'all know what I mean, man. I've always said Uncle Sam is the biggest extortion system known to man. Everything is set up for you to be at the butt end of it, right? Think about car insurance. I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day. They got into an accident, right? They've been paying car insurance for the last 4 years. Never got into an accident. They finally got into an accident. Next thing you know, after they get into the accident, they hit the insurance, trying to get my car fixed. They said, well, we can only, whoa, 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 whoa. Only what? Once you said we can only, you lost me. I've been paying, well, not me, but just think about it, right? You paying anywhere between 3 to 4 to 500, sometimes even more a month for insurance for years. Next thing you know, you never get into an accident. When you finally do, you thinking, well, damn, I should at least, I should at least have a couple grand in there for, this little bull crap. What I got? Oh, I'm sorry. We can only give you 1,500 towards it. And 1,500? What the other money I've been paying all these months? You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You know what? I just thought about something too. I wanted to talk about. I haven't been live so long, y'all. I haven't been live so long. I want to talk about the Cassie situation because the whole prostitute, the thing we just talked about, that just reminded me of that whole Diddy. We haven't been live since the whole Diddy and Cassie situation. We haven't been live. It's so much. Oh man. So do you think the beef is fake? It's weird. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what it is. It's weird. To me, even Pooh Shiesty, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, man. We talked about this already. Pooh Shiesty looks weird to me, the way he came out of jail looking. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is another Kendrick and Drake situation. Whereas these two are going at it, but it's one person at the top that is benefiting off it, right? While Drake and Kendrick is beefing, you got Lucy and Grange at the top because both of these guys are signed to the same person, right? How ironic. So when people see that song, they not like us. They not. You see that song and you love it, but the same people that he's talking about in that song that's not like us is the ones that's benefiting off that song more than he is. You see what I'm saying? This is why when people they not like all that weird stuff, I wasn't with it because it's fake. A lot of times they use our culture against us because they know it's the easiest thing to make us comply. Let me say it again. Sometimes they use our culture against us because they know it's the easiest thing that'll make us comply. Only thing, all you got to do is throw some race into something, boom. Right? All you got to do is throw some race, boom. So everybody loved Drake forever. Drake been on the chart since 2008, y'all. Haven't missed a beat. Suddenly Kendrick come out and tell y'all they not like us. He's this, he's that. Now everybody's saying, well, you know what? Matter of fact, you're right. They're not like us. What? Kamala Harris was sitting there talking about they not like us. Who she married to? You see the play? How you gonna sit there and sing they not like us and you're married to the they? And guess what? People go for it. See what I'm saying? It just don't make sense to me, but never, like I said, man, that's hot. Oh, see, that's another conspiracy theory that's been out there for the longest. Hobson. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember who that is? Hold on, let me see if we could. All right, so I guess we off this now. I would do the Pooh Shiesty side by side, but I know some of y'all are gonna swear that I'm tripping, so I'm gonna just leave that alone. See, look. See? See what this starts? Every time something come out about somebody telling, this man always want to make it seem like he was he's like the rat front runner. Every time somebody come out from some type of what's that? What's the word? Damn, I hate when I do that. I had a brain fart. All right, let me just put it in layman's terms. Every time something come out about somebody being a rat, it's like this man is right there spearheading it all. Every time. Whatever little rock he crawl out from, he comes back and see what I'm saying? I told y'all they all rats. Now, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. He did say a couple real things when he spoke about the industry and the CIA being in the industry. I would say that. But you know the thing about it is he can say whatever because they already did their job by making him seem like he's crazy or being the fact that people see him as a rat. They don't take anything he say credible. But when you pay attention to what he says a lot of the times, he be letting out a lot of secrets, a lot of, but of course nobody's gonna listen to it because he's 6'9". See what I'm saying? He the government employees with a Fed Barry. A lot of them are. A lot of them are agents of chaos. A lot of them are put in this industry just to be agents of chaos. They're put in this industry just so they can sit there and cause chaos amongst the industry. You got your WAC 100s, you got your Charleston Whites. These people, they got a job to do. Pooh did it to himself. You know what it is with the Pooh situation? And this is what I think. He thought, right, this is Gucci Man, right? We gonna keep it in the street. He not gonna tell, hell no, he gonna keep it in the street. That's what most people do right now, right? Let's say you decide you want to go rob NBA YoungBoy. It's not an inch in your mind that's gonna think that he will tell on you because of the moniker that he's built. The grave digger, the grim reaper. So if he was to tell you, be like, oh damn, I would have never did this. That's like with Charleston White. People know, all right, I'm not gonna touch Charleston White because obviously he'll tell. So it's like it's known that you're not gonna do anything to him because he's gonna tell. But it's not known that if you do something to him, he's gonna tell. So it's like, damn, when he actually does tell, it's like, whoa, right? Because that's literally the reason Varno 1700 is still a free man. Well, facts. And what for the people that's going to come out and say, well, what? Why would they use somebody like Varno 1700? Why would they use the? You know why? They keep the chaos going. They have influence, right? They got influence. Everything in what we think it is, man. But let me see. Let's go to this. I want to save the All Star JR situation for later. Damn. How is the business side of a rec label related to the streets, though? Who F with his business? He didn't F with anything street related. The same way Suge Knight was back in the days doing the same thing. That's how. The same street business, the same street vernacular that Suge was bringing to the industry. That's why. But what Pooh Shiesty don't understand, this ain't the 90s. This is not the 90s, bucko. Right? This is not the 90s. They would have used Little Jeff, but he lost his life quickly. Of course. See, let me tell you, right? Here's what they do. If Jeff was still here, he would definitely be as big as any of these other guys. If y'all notice, once he lost his life, what happened? Now the government want to come out and say, well, he was in charge of this crime, he did this crime, he did that. Which means y'all already knew that he did these crimes, but y'all didn't bust him. Why? Right? Why y'all didn't bust him? Y'all know he was committing crimes. Y'all know that he was allegedly, from what they say, involved in two of them kids getting hit up by that school because he let it be known that he was. And these guys are the same guys that took to social media right after they did it in the car with the same people that did it. Right? So why didn't they bust him sooner? Now think about it. I always say a lot of these guys, if they jail saved them. A lot of these guys we see, like when you go to Chicago, the kid that just lost his life, little Mikey, he was in jail for how many years? As soon as he came out, a year later, he's dead. Jail saved him. See what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, jail saved them. If Jeff was in jail like he was supposed to, well, I hate to say it like that. But according to them, they already knew that he did whatever they was accusing him of. If he was in jail like he was supposed to be, like they say, he would probably still be here. Now he'd probably be doing football numbers, but he'll still be here. You think Gucci Man is gonna file a lawsuit against you? Nah, because with that, it goes, you gotta prove that. And that's not something, that's not a crime. You can't, nah. That's something totally different. I used to listen to this guy till I learned his mindset, never left the hood either. Who's that? That be God saving them, trying to get them to calm down like he did me. That's a fact. Yo, let me tell you, I did a year. For y'all that been around here, been OGs to the platform, y'all know the story. I did a year. I never forget this. One CEO told me this. He said, some people get it with a brick, some people get it with a feather. But at the end of the day, you're gonna get it. Which means some people come here and they go to jail, and that's all they need. Because that experience alone, that's it. So they end up doing like 6 months to a year, and they straight. They come home, they like, listen, they don't even want to look at no weapons. They don't want to talk about nothing illegal, right? And then you got those that they just don't learn. They go through, they go do like 3 years in jail. They come back from jail. They out shaking and moving the next day, same week, same month. Like they didn't just come from jail. So once again, some people get it with a brick, some people get it with a feather. Some people, all they got to do is 1 year in jail. They like, all right, that's it, I'm done. I'm good. You ain't got to worry about crime. Crime ain't got to worry about me. You got some people that do a little 3 years, come home still doing crime. The next you know, they get smacked with a whole 15, 20 piece. Then those are the same people that be on the phone doing phone interviews. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a changed man. I this ain't for nobody, y'all. Man, I just need a second chance at life. You had a second chance. You had a second chance, Bucko. Why would Gucci sue Gotti? Gotti told Pooh if he could get out his deal with Gucci, he would sign him for 10 mil. He can't sue Gotti. Yeah, that ain't, he can't sue. It just wouldn't make sense. Like what basis would you sue him on? Oh, he told me he'll give him. He told him he'll give him more money, so he decided to do this to me. No, no, it don't work like that. But I want to play the song, but I know if I play the song, it probably get flagged. All right, y'all. So I guess we're just gonna talk about the All Star JR in the Let's see what he got to say. If he curse too much, I gotta turn it off though. Hold on.
5 years. I'm about to break it down for you. No, it's different. Now it's moving the goalpost. No, it's different. He's a businessman. Let me break.
That's a funny guy. Yo, one thing that man gonna do. Oh nah, what? Oh nah. EMT wilding out, y'all. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Why EMT doing this? These are the people that's supposed to be saving people. Anyway, go clean your room. Man, if you know where I live, you crazy. Room? Room who? Room who? Oh yeah, he must be new here. He must be new. If you knew what you knew, then you know what you know, man. You forget when we used to go live before? Yeah, you must be new. Anyway. Exhibit A. See what he do? He talking like he in the damn interrogation room talking about Exhibit A.
For 5 years. Literally saying this shit for 5 years. I'm about to break it down for you. No, it's different. Now it's moving the goalpost. No, it's different. He's a businessman. Let me break it.
He love hearing people snitch, bro. I tell you. Come on. So he always yelling. That's all he do. I guess he think him yelling makes the point prove more better. I don't know. I can't listen. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get to the All-Star JR. Yeah, he's one of those. You know them people that swear if they yell or whatever the case may be, they win the argument. He said internet. I owe all the bars. There's no way the internet. I don't know what's going on. The people that think they win the argument because they get louder, you don't know 6 9 are playing. He's here. Yeah, see, and that's it. See, a lot of people don't understand that. Come on. A lot of people don't understand that though. There's a lot of them out there like that. Like I said, they're called agents of chaos. Simple as that. I thought you feel like Gucci Man too. People that think they wanna. Francois. I hope I said your name right, Francois. Appreciate you for pulling up. Appreciate it for sure and getting people to like too. Shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, this is a surprise live. I wasn't even gonna go live because I wanted to wait. The daytime lives is not really my thing. I'm into the nighttime for sure. It hit a little better. The energy a little different, at least for me in the nighttime. He said, "Yeah, that definitely was a clone because the old Gucci would have killed." He said, "I thought you feel like Gucci Man in 2006." You know what's crazy? He said Gucci been a rat since the Jeezy beef. Are you really surprised that he got a taste for cheese? I don't know. Some people are saying he snitched when that whole Jeezy situation happened, but it was really nothing to snitch on. To be honest with you, I think I don't know. I see a lot of people in Atlanta was calling him a snitch. I'm not from Atlanta, so I can't tell you why they reason. But I do know that he was more so bragging about him shooting Poochie or whatever his name is. So, and then basically everyone was saying, well, the hit came from Jeezy. And he was the one sitting there like, yeah, it came from, it came from, I'm gonna send them back to you. So that's what it was. But did he come out and say Jeezy X, Y, and Z to the police? We don't know that. NBA YoungBoy in the studio thing. He gonna have to be. Yo, think about it, right? How you think NBA YoungBoy feel knowing that somebody that's a part of his group, right? He's supposed to be the boss. How is your employees getting sent to do work for other people and now he's shot over some unchi that don't even got nothing to do with him? That's crazy. True Hustle Worldwide, I appreciate you. Y'all listen too. If y'all want to donate anything, please just send it to either the Cash App or the PayPal or whatever, because what happens is YouTube is weird. That's another reason why we wasn't going live for a little bit neither. The views was acting weird. The dates was acting weird. We'll get off YouTube. I mean, we get off a live and it'll say, let's say I went live October 25th, 2025. It'll say May 4th, 2025. Something weird. I don't know. That's why YouTube it's too much with this live stuff. And then somebody will send $5. After they send $5, when you finally get that $5, come to find out it was only like $2.75 or $3. They done took like $3.50. Damn. Damn. Let me live, man. Anyway. They turn, that's it. How you listen, he gotta be the first man in history to get shot and almost lose his life over some coochie he not even smashing. I never heard of that one. I never heard that one. How you get shot over some unchi that's forget the unchi being yours. You don't even know the unchi. Saying anything at all is snitching. That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. And he say 26. Shout out to you for that. That's a fact. What I say is this. Everybody knows. You go in them interrogation rooms, I want to speak to my lawyer. Simple. And I'm glad we're on this subject, matter of fact. This is the easiest way to know that somebody is guilty of telling. You know how? The first thing they say is, show the paperwork. Whenever somebody say, yo, it ain't in black and white, you ain't gonna see my name in no paperwork. Of course, it's 2026, bucko. Right? This ain't the old days. This ain't no early 2000s and let's see the court minutes. Let's see the discovery. Let's see like this. And then you got to remember too, even some of that stuff is redacted. But then you got things like proffer agreements, right? The same way they got Keefy D. It don't necessarily have to be in paperwork. You can make a verbal agreement. And you got some people that be telling from the precinct before they can even write a statement. They tell from the precinct. See what I'm saying? Don't ever let man. Anyway, let's see this. He said, I thought you felt like Gucci Man in 2006. All right, so now that we got it back. Moolah, what's the word? Shout out to Lala, of course. I appreciate you for pulling up. Yo, listen, y'all make sure too. We came here early. I'm gonna keep saying this. We came here early today. It's mad early. It's nice as hell outside. So shout out to y'all for being here. I ain't gonna lie, y'all could be anywhere else, but we're definitely gonna try to go live later on tonight. I don't think I'm gonna go out, but yeah, I'm not going out. We're gonna try to go live later on tonight. Those are the lives that we usually have the craziest time. I ain't gonna lie. All the old people who not at work, because I'm pretty sure people at work right now, they probably can't tune in. You know, people that's up. They get home and they want to unwind. Ben10 was looking for clout and got sent to the. Let me tell y'all something about these young guys, right? These YNs. I don't know why they think just because they look in the camera, they open their eyes wide as hell. They screw their face. They show a whole bunch of guns. Let's see. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. You see this right here? Look at this. Let me show y'all something. You see this right here? One picture. Hold on. Let me get this out the way. This is a message to all the YNs out there. Because I don't know why y'all think this is cool or why y'all even think people care about this. Right? But let me show y'all something. So, all right. One gun picture. Two gun picture. Another gun picture. So far that's 1, 2, 3. All right. 4. All right. 5. I don't know why he decided to blur this one out, but 5. All right. Of course, he got the YN special with the gloves on. All right, so that's 5. Let's see. All right, so I guess he calmed down. But recently, I guess I don't know how he's been feeling. But for the YNs out there, if y'all paying attention to this, understand, nobody care about this. All these guns, nobody care about this, y'all. Y'all play with people the wrong way, they're going to show you. For every tough person that's out there, for everybody that's out there that think y'all tough, right? Just know there's somebody tougher or feel they just as tough or tougher than you. I'm going to let you know that right now. Nobody is untouchable, right? So all these gun pictures, and it's funny because it's usually like this. Where was all these guns at? Where was this at? And they say he got stood over. And it's not funny, but the reason why I got no sympathy for these type of guys, because these are the same guys that put that energy out there. This is the energy you put out there, right? You get what you give. And it's funny because it's always these guys showing a whole bunch of bazookas, rocket launcher, GTA. These are the guys that always get caught up. if it's not funny, why you laughing? Because I got no sympathy for these type of guys. Once you in the streets, see, I come from a different era. Once you in the streets, it's no sympathy for you when street stuff happen to you. Feel me? It's no sympathy for a street dude when street stuff happen to you. See what I'm saying? So if you got sympathy, keep in mind, a bullet from this same weapon right here can be a bullet that hit you. A stray bullet that hit somebody you know. These guys are out here thinking that it's GTA. Simple. So, all right, anyway, where was we going with this? That's what it is, man. Like I said, I come from a different time. It's a lot of weird stuff going on in this world that back in the days, it wasn't acceptable, right? You had 15-year-olds that was really putting pressure on grown men back in the days. See what I'm saying? And why everybody run on them. That's a fact. Let's watch the video. Let's get to it. I didn't want to do it, but because I want to, the reason why I really don't want to talk about this situation now and I want to wait until later is because this is going to segue into the whole Jay Prince Jr. situation and him and why he's always around when something happened in Houston. Hold on, but let's get into it. All right. I gotta get my setup back because this is crazy. All right, here it go. I thought you feel like Gucci Man in 2006. All right. Yeah, that's why I tell people all the time. They think because dudes is young. I'm not gonna lie. There was really young dudes out there. When you think about it, right? Just think about it. Even some of these Chicago guys that y'all know and like, from the Chief Keefs, the T Roys, the V Roys, aka King Von, rest in peace, to all these guys, the HKs, these guys were every bit of kids, 13, 14 years old. It go down. It's just now we living in a different time where it's weird. It's a lot, and it's a lot of new technology. It's different. All right, so hold on. All right, so here's the video. Let's break this down real quick. Hold on. Now look. Oh no. Now look, who is this? Who this right here laughing? Hold on, let's go back. Look at his face. He think it's funny. Hold on. See him smiling? I don't know if y'all can see it. I want to blow it up. Hold on. Well, they say it was Ben10, right? So in the beginning, they say it was Ben10 and it was an OG3 kid. Or 3, whatever his name is. But he's lucky because, see, and this is why when you got the right woman by your side, they could save you. Because 3 was right along with them. This girl is the one that pulled him out the mix. Now just think about it. If she would have never pulled him out the mix, it's a possibility that he could have got shot too. Pay attention, right? Look what she do. She pulls him. She probably just saved his life. This is the part nobody talk about neither. I peeped this. Nobody talk about this part. Let's see this again. Shout out to this woman too. Because had he probably still been there, because he was active. That's Tate 400, not OG3. Whoever it is. I can't keep up with these too many names. I'm not a fan of NBA, any of these. I don't listen to that. But oh, you can't? Hold on. There we go. All right. Nah, I got you. I got you. All right, hold on. See? She pulls him. He was active in it. He was definitely active in it, right? One of the first ones over there. She pulled him away from the whole scene. He didn't return. Who this? And this is the same guy. You know what's crazy? This is the same guy that's sitting there telling, yo, the internet is cap. The internet is cap. What happened? There you go. Now, this is not incriminating at all because guess what? This is already on social media. I'm gonna tell you, it's not incriminating because it's on social media. This is why they say it don't pay to do crimes. Not in today's day and age when technology is running rampant. Look at this. So this is the same guy that got online and said, yo, the internet is cap. So what happened? Yo, they thought it was all fun and games. Yeah, it's all fun and games. Everybody laughing. Oh, what the F? All right. Look at this. Now, and this is another question I got too, right? Who the hell did All-Star JR go there with? Yo, whoever he went there with, he better not be friends with them no more. Even if you family, I don't want to be family with you no more. Cause not one boy got a chair. God, boy got a whole chair in his hand. See, listen, I understand why bro got up and started shooting. I don't give. Ain't no way in hell he got the WWE chair about to go Undertaker while he's already getting stomped out by like 5 people already. Look at this. And he got nerve to hold it up there. Look at this. Look at this. And they violated. Now who do you see? Oh, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Right? So shout out to her though. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to her. Because if it wasn't for her, he may have got shot too. And here's a couple questions I got about this whole situation, right? First and foremost, who was JR there with? Who in the world was JR there with, man? But then on top of that, what I want to know is what was Ben10 doing with J Prince Jr. in the first place? Right? What was he doing with J Prince Jr. in the first place? J Prince Jr. doing another video present when someone got injured. Yeah. Yo, listen, this is why I wanted to save this video because I want to thoroughly go back. Matter of fact, we just gonna talk about this situation for now, but then we're gonna revisit this later. Don't worry, because I want to get into everything. I want to get into Duke the Jeweler. I want to get into, and then keep in mind, all this is alleged. I'm not accusing this man of nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm just talking from an observation point of view. Simple. Right? But another thing is too, what's up with Ben10? We haven't heard nothing. We seen one picture of him laying on the floor and what it seems like appeared to be blood or whatever. I'm not sure. But he was laying on the floor and the girl was screaming and she yelled out to the police, there's somebody deceased up there. There's somebody dead up there. Let me see if we can find that video. Hold on. Where's the video of the girl? The girl that was screaming, there's another video. Hold on. He went live from the hospital. No, he didn't. Gotta be fake. Oh, yeah, it's fake. Oh, I think here you go. Hold on. Y'all hear that? Hold on, let's watch this video. Shout out whoever this is, man. Because yeah. Look at this. Now he's on the floor, stretched. I don't know, and that's his baby mother, right? Somebody said the girl screaming was his BM. Somebody else said that on Reddit too. I don't know. I'm not sure how true it is, but somebody on Reddit said that was his baby mother. Let's put this on so y'all can hear everything. Now, for her to scream like that, I don't know. Listen to what she said now. Also, the girl you're about to hear is the same girl that was right here. Hold on. This girl right here is the one that ran down to the police. From what I was told, and from what I observed, she's the one that ran down and said that somebody's dead up there. Now, keep in mind, I don't know if she's a nurse. I don't know. But she's right there, so she see it all. So if she's saying he's gone, then I don't know. Now I'm pretty sure somebody knows if somebody is dead or not. Right? Why did she walk over there to scream? Well, to be honest with you, I don't think she meant to go over there to just scream. She probably went over there to check to make sure he was okay. But in the midst of her looking to see if he was okay, she probably seen in, right? She probably seen like, yo, nah, he really looked like he checked. Right? But so here's another guy. He's claiming Ben10 is okay, but this is what these guys do. You know, they don't like to look weak or look like they victims. So he said he's okay. I don't know. We haven't seen anything from him or what. I hate when they try to be so tough. Right? I hate when people are, oh no, he good. People get shot every day. Yeah, but what does that mean? You see what I'm saying? People also die every day too. Right? People die every day too. People get shot every day, man. And this is the problem. These guys, it's like they got no type of divine. Damn, what's the word I'm looking for? They just got to be so tough all the time. I don't know what that's about. But at the end of the day, man, people get shot every day. This ain't the movies, Bucko. This ain't paid in full, right? People get shot every day. See what I'm saying? Look, the dick rider, come from this post in the hill. Saying bullshit, man. All right, he doing too much cursing. But basically, if y'all know, Mimo 600, who he's not really affiliated with OTF no more because y'all know, but he is or was affiliated with King Von, and y'all know the whole thing between NBA, Little Tim, King Von, or whatever the case may be. So of course, once news came out that Ben10 was shot, people seeing this, they thought he passed away. So Mimo went to trolling. All right. Isn't that how most street dudes act though? Some of them. The ones without sense, right? Ones without sense. Let me tell y'all right now, man. You got some real dudes out there where you got a lot of these guys. They feel that they got to be tough 24/7. I know some gangsters that'll sit there, right, and cry in front of you and still take your life in the same process, right? I know gangsters that love plants. I know gangsters that love planting. You'd be surprised. Let me tell y'all, some of the most gangster people, the guys that are really like that, be some of the most mannerable people, the most respectful people. It's the other ones that not really like that, but they're trying to convince you that they are. So they're tough 24/7. Yeah, you know a lot of gangsters. I'm just saying, man. It's you've been around. You know, you be if you in the hood, you be around the block a little bit. But more of the story is this: Ben10 was shot over some Unchi that wasn't his. I'm gonna keep saying it because I can't believe it. And then the craziest part is this, right? Allegedly, let's keep it all alleged. Who said you know a lot of gangsters? You better scroll up. My boy Five Line Woo. But this man is beefing with another man over something he did with another man's baby mother. That's insane to me. He said this is shooters out there that bump country music and Taylor Swift. Facts. I seen it with my own two eyes. Hey, or some of them listen to Aaliyah. Let me tell y'all, man, don't be fooled by what you see on social media or TV. Some of the most toughest dudes be some of the most softest at heart. Facts. And I'm convinced, my theory is this. This is why they react the way they do. This is why they react the way they do when they feel that somebody playing with them. Because they already emotional, they extra emotional. So when you go and you be extra and you break their little heart or whatever you do, they go crazy. That's when you start hearing guys in court 2-3 hats and that lady old Ben10 something. And then look, keep in mind, this is the same girl doing this, which is crazy. Ladies, please respect yourself out there. Look at this. Look at this here.
Oh shit, that's mom shit. Nigga, she made it. Oh.
Hey, fellas, let me tell y'all right now, stay in your daughter's life. Hey, stay in your daughter's lives, man. Or else they'll be end up kissing somebody's muscles in a Rolls Royce. They'll be in the passenger side in front of all his friends, kissing his muscles on camera. Stay in your daughter's lives. Here's my theory on this, and this is why I always say, I want a daughter eventually one day, but here's my thing with that. If you in your daughter, and don't get me wrong, because you got a lot of the women out there too that, they got fathers, especially fathers that are pastors. Those are the freakiest ones. Let me tell you that right now. But that's another story. But they be having their fathers in their lives and they still be, so don't get it misconstrued. But the chances of her doing something like this, if you in her life, is a little more slim because you know why? When she make a decision to do something like this, she's going to think about you. You see what I'm saying? She's going to think about how you would think about her or what you would think of her if she did something like this or if this ever got out. Whereas a woman that don't got no father figure in her life, no nothing, you know what happens? She don't care about doing something like this because she don't care how she's perceived because she don't have that figure to think about. See what I'm saying? And somebody says she's mid, she's a 5'10". I ain't gonna lie, when you go to her Instagram, I don't know, man. She definitely look a whole lot different than this on Instagram, but that's how it go. Yeah, he said tell Ben 10 to go live since he good. Facts. Cause that's what these guys love to do. I ain't gonna lie. When the way he looked on that floor, he was stretched. I could be wrong. I don't know. The way his girl or whoever that was screamed, I don't know. Then the girl literally went downstairs and said, "Yo, somebody's dead up there." Right? So I don't know.
Hey, you are shit, man. Trust the process. Man, I'm glad you left her alone. I'm glad y'all had differences. Because I'm the difference. Trust the process.
Yo, y'all ever got secondhand embarrassment? Yeah, and not to mention, this is a grown man. You ever got secondhand embarrassment? Like I was watching, we did a video on this already. When I was watching this, I was like, damn, boy, like this how you moving? And you know what? This is why they say social media is a gift and a curse. You know why? Because the more you let somebody talk, the more they would expose who they are. Before Jay Prince Jr. was really talking on social media like that, the whole Prince family had this big stigma around them, right? Like, oh, that's the Prince family. You know, they're like the mob ties. Like they move like the mob. Right? It was this whole big mystique around them. And then when you see things like this, or then when you see, look, hold on. Oh man, damn, I lost it. The hell is this? Ah, of course I'm gonna look. Oh, then you see things like this, right? Oh, hold on. Right? You start seeing them do things like what in the you see what I'm saying? You start seeing things like this, and oh my lord. And he thought this was cool too. Yo, you know what the funny part about this is? The funny part about this is he was calling the little mouse Gunner. And he thought this was cool. This was cool. A grown man with a little mouse. Oh man. I thank God I grew up in the time I grew up, boy. Look at this. This was so cool. Gunner. That's Gunner. Hey, you know that saying, right? They say, let somebody talk long enough, they'll tell you everything you need to know about them. Right? Right? Let somebody talk long enough, they'll tell you everything you need to know about them. Crazy. Shout out Tay Savage. Oh yeah, shout out to Tay Savage. Hold on. I said Tay Savage. Wow, my fault. I take that back. Tay 600. Shout out to Tay 600. You know why? First and foremost, before we even get into what he said about the whole Ben 10 situation, right? The reason why I always make it my business whenever Tay Capone come like through the algorithm or whatever to pump his content or talk about his content, Tay Snitch 100. Damn. Anyway, I get it. But the reason why I always say he is a good example of if these guys was to not listen to the people around them, they'll still be here today, right? Because he changed his whole life, got on social media as a person that was of the drill culture, and he actually has a following, right? And we all know that he act well, we now know that he actually is funny, right? We see a side of him that we probably would have never seen if he was unalive back in the day. You get what I'm saying? So my whole point of saying that is this. how many of them guys actually had a talent? How many of these guys that lost their life earlier on in the drill culture where they wasn't able to really be who they are? How much of them was actually funny comedians? See what I'm saying? How much of them actually could have did something with their life? I know everybody talk about the snitch stuff and that I get it. But he's a good example of somebody that actually been through it and made it out and actually doing something with himself. That's what I'm more concerned about. Right? Forget all the other stuff. It's easy to talk about, it's easy to talk negative about somebody. I get it. But at the end of the day, let's talk about the positive. Let's talk about the kid that might be from Chicago that see what he's doing, that's playing with guns, but say, you know what, if Take Capone could do it, I want to be a YouTuber too. I want to be a blogger. I want to be a podcaster. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So, like I said, I get it, man. Everybody got whatever. It is what it is. I'm not here for that. What I'm saying is, I'm looking at the positive stuff. I'm looking at the fact that this man really, like, we didn't know how funny the motherfucker really was. He come on with that little ditty sound, down, 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 down. I actually enjoy watching them go live, and I don't watch everybody live. I can't. I hate when certain people scream. I hate when certain people do like outlandish things. I hate when people. I'm not. That's not my type of content. But when he actually talk, knowing that he been through it, knowing that he actually has a message, knowing that he's actually funny, it's a little different. Personally, at least for me. Let's see what you had to say. Hold on. I gotta go to the other crib, get my stuff. I haven't went live in forever. Oh, that's
I'm not gonna back down to no nigga who I think ain't never did no gangster shit, bro. But I ain't gonna lie to you, for I'm not. I can't. We just gonna have to die here. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I'm not, bro. You feel me? Because it be too much shit going on with this nigga, bro. And then what I don't like is, like, he always sending somebody else off to get their ass. Like you said, you put cables. You sit back, call the shots, you put cables in his back. Now motherfucker walk around shot, fucked up because of you. These niggas don't know. Ben10 don't got an issue with this Detroit nigga. All this happening over you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a crazy, like, really think about it, right? Yo, when you really think about it, let's say, God forbid, something really happened to Ben10, right? How do you explain this to his mom? Right? How do you explain something to like his family? Like when they be like, yo, so what happened? How do you be like, well, another man told him to go take another man's chain over another man's baby mother, and then the other man shot him? Right? Like when you really, it's really insane. Like I don't understand. And another thing, right? With all them dudes on JR, how did that man manage to get hands, feet, chairs, tables, everything in that restaurant on him, and he still got up and was able to shoot two people? I ain't gonna lie. Boy might be defensive player of the year, like how they were saying. He really might. Because they were saying is Little Jeff, they were saying is All-Star JR, and I forgot the other person. Not Little Jeff, but the person that whatever they call him, whatever. Right? The Trap City dude, right? Trap City Raw, whatever his name is. They're saying it's him, All-Star JR, and I forgot the other guy's name. When you think about it, the dude that shot Lil Jeff, he kind of shot him unexpectedly. Right? Yeah. Big Rob, Trap City Rob, whatever his name is. He caught Lil Jeff by surprise, where he basically Jeff was focused on somebody else. He opened the door and got him. All right, cool. That was off guard. JR was getting stomped, heat pressed, what's the stuff they do for the shirts? The DTG printing. He was getting mopped, swept all through the floor. It's no way in hell he was able to get up from that with a firearm and shoot 2 people. And they said allegedly he stood over Ben10. Now, I don't know how. I guess we're gonna have to see the incident report. We gotta see how much times he was shot or whatever the case may be. But they said allegedly he stood over Ben10. Who knows how true that is? Because if he did, I think he probably is not here. There's no way you can stand over somebody, shoot him that many times, and he still survived. Especially the type of drugs they take all type of drugs. They take it perks, lean, Molly, marijuana. How you survive that?
All that's happening over you, folks. Ben 10, none of these NBA niggas know this nigga don't got nothing to do with this nigga. It's all your fault.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine, bro, this nigga BM. You fucked his BM, you mad at him.
See? Same answer.
You with his BM all on the neck, making her lick your arm. Yeah, I swear that nigga look like he 145 pounds wet. When he get his arm like this, he lick his arm. So I some little ass boy. This little baby ass little boy. Let me run around putting all these jumper cables and everybody think he got them John Gotti and shit.
Not the fake. See what I'm saying? Walking around got everybody thinking he John Gotti. You know why? Because before we ever seen Jay Prince Jr. online or anything, they always had the stigma, mainly because the father. Oh, you know, Jay Prince make that call. You know, you get a courtesy call. Like that was the thing back in the well, I can't say back in the day, but a couple years ago. But the problem is, it always take one. Jay Prince Jr. been getting on social media talking all type of this and that, and got people kissing his arm, got rats in his hand, and now everybody like, man, you know what? Maybe they not too bad. You know, maybe they not too bad after all, right?
Y'all nigga crazy. Yeah. You set it off, they get the sticky, these niggas up in there getting their ass shot all over the place. Getting their ass over there, getting everybody, motherfucker, oh, he dude like that bitch from Detroit. Oh, yeah, you take some shells, you take some shells, you take some shells. Then it be always the nigga who did it started all the bullshit.
That's a fact. You know what's crazy? It's crazy you said that. Because earlier I was thinking about that line. And I could have sworn when he said it, to me, to be honest with you, I think that was a little jab at the Prince family. I could be wrong. It's just, I guess now that, you know, the thing happened with JR and then the thing happened with Pooh, and then you actually listen to the FDO song, and then it's like your mind automatically try to correlate it with each other, right? But when I'm like, damn, they Bronny James. It's a lot of Bronny James out there. A lot of guys that's just living off their father's rap. Honestly, even Pooh Shiesty, no. See, it's different, right? We've literally heard and seen Pooh Shiesty in action. We know he a bug out. Remember that time when he was walking through the crowd with his hammer out, leaving the club by himself? Well, he had people with him, but he had the firearm in his hand. We know he a bug out. We seen him on camera trying to shoot somebody and trying to rob them. We know he a bug out. And quiet as kept, if you got any type of ties to Memphis, you know what's up, right? And this is before all the, so, you know, it's, he kind of already solidified. So his father is, you know, his father like that too. So we can't put him in the Bronny James category because we actually know, you know. Hold on, let me see if I could find that. Don't need security in the club. Hold on. Of course, they're not gonna have it. He said, Pooh Shiesty wearing an ankle monitor at the age of 11. Lord have mercy. I was gonna say something, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. When Gucci gotta sit back and really think about it. Shout out to Pooh, man. But oh man, I'm telling y'all, it's always the ones you least expected that grow up, and it be crazy. Oh, Sujiro, my boy, man, what's up? It's been a minute. I'm about to get off here in a few minutes though. I've been on here for a little minute now. I'm about to get off. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna go live again tonight. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow night. But I'm aiming for tonight. I gotta get back on. It's been a minute. Life great. I can't complain. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a beautiful day outside. But I told myself I gotta focus. Of course they're not gonna have the video I'm looking for. Damn, just think about it, boy. Look at this. Let me see if I could hold on, let me see if I could come on TikTok. TikTok got everything. Matter of fact, now they're not gonna have that. Um, there you go. Right here. I knew they was gonna have it. Look at this. Now look at this. Look at this here, boy. Yeah, you know he a bug out. You know he a bug out. Hold on. You know he a bug out. Yep. You know he a bug. And you know what I don't understand with these guys that wear the shiesty mask, right? Because pay attention. He got the mask off right here, right? He got the mask off. Now he walks through with it. Now let's say he had to shoot somebody because something went down. Do he really think the police not gonna be able to know that it's him? Like you see what I'm saying? Like the mind of the people that wear these shiesty masks is really insane to me. Because I was watching an interview the other day. I was watching what's that kid name? G Kane from Chicago. We just did a story on him. If y'all want, go on the page and y'all can check out the video. But we was watching his interview with DJU, and somebody he was with had on a shiesty mask, but he kept taking it down so he could drink water or drink whatever the hell he was drinking. My thing is, what's the sense in putting it on if you're going to expose your face? I know you hot. I know you hot. I know your breath funky under there. I know it is. That's a fact. When people had them COVID masks on, the whole 2019 and 2022 to 21, breath all type of funky. All type. Y'all remember. Y'all remember. Breath all type of hot. That's one thing I hated COVID for. That exposed a lot of people with that damn what that he called it butt ad. I say I can't even I don't want to curse on it. Butt ad. Where my boy at? Let me see. Hold on. Let me hell. Oh, what the hell going on? Damn, of course I'm not gonna find it. It's in my phone somewhere. Yeah, nasty. Then remember the dudes when they had their mask on, when they take the mask off, you see a little bit of blood. What's that about? What was that about? Now that we passed that whole stage of 2020, 2021, can we finally talk about this? What was that about when a lot of y'all was taking y'all mask off and you seen like orange, brown, and like red spots? What was that about? Lord. I have no idea, boy. I tell you. It was a time to be alive. I tell you that, though. Mm-mm-mm. What about now? You get? Oh, that's why. Y'all can hear now. He said I'm done. Oh, yeah, it was muted. My fault. Here's what I was saying. I said we about to log off. I'm gonna try to be on here tonight If not, from now on, moving forward, what's going to happen is when something come out, we about to start going live again, man. It's been a minute. We haven't been live since October, right? So either way, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Like I said, y'all could have been anywhere in the world because it's a beautiful day today. I just want to get a couple of these things out before these topics go sour. But for y'all that do know about us going live, we don't just talk about these celebrities. We like to talk real stuff. That's why I love pulling up at nighttime. See what I'm saying? It's a little better at nighttime. People are off for work. People stop what they're doing. They in the house and they chilling. So when we go live anywhere between 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. That's when we start. It's either going to be 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. Very rarely we do 11. It's usually 12 or 1. But just know from now on, moving forward, we're definitely going to be going live when these things happen again because we took some time off. I've been chilling, but you know what I mean? So we're going to start it back up. For y'all that do know, when we go live, we talk about these topics, but we really like talking about conspiracy theories. We use these topics to usher in real things in life, and I like that better. Talking about conspiracy theories, talking about real stuff that's going on, and it's a vibe. So if this was your first time, I appreciate you for pulling up. If you an existing member here, appreciate you for pulling up as always. Shout out to y'all. And y'all enjoy y'all day, man. Y'all be safe.